Hello everyone, welcome to Slowless Network Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about The Fall, Season 2, Episode 2. Now I must start off with making some corrections from last time. Alright, Paul redeemed himself, okay? He's still smart. I thought he was being stupid, but I guess he was just trying to clean up his mess the best way he saw possible, or saw best. And I was just like, what is going on? He's so stupid. Even though he's still kind of making more mistakes, but they're closing in now, so... Okay, him and Katie. Katie's ridiculous, alright? Literally, if you think about it. Hint, hint. But she thirsty.
You're thirsty.
Like, she is so thirsty. And yeah, Paul is good looking and stuff, but if you think he's a killer... If you even have that thought across your mind, why do you want to sleep with him? Like, get your life together. Get your life together. Why? If you think he's a killer, why are you trying to sleep with him? You want it so bad? Like, really? And he refused to give it to her, too. I thought he was going to do it to, like, get it over with, make it, just make it be done. But no, he didn't do it. It's, like I said before, it's still kind of weird that he has standards. Not standards, I don't even know if I said that before. I just think it's kind of weird that it's like you're a serial killer, but being with a kid is kind of that's wrong. And I don't know what the age of consent is. If she's 16, but he probably thinks it will further complicate things, or he may not even want to. She is a brunette though. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna happen one day if he don't get arrested before. If he kills Rachel, I think her name is. If he kills whatever the girl that his first girlfriend they choked out like in college. If he kills her, one, that would be horrible to the kid. Cause she led you all through the house. She gonna be like, oh wow, I was so stupid. I led my mother's killer all through the house and I didn't know any better. Why? She gonna have that. But then also, if he lets her go, only thing she has to do is go straight to the police and be like, yeah, I know it was him. This is what he looks like. Help me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what exactly is gonna happen with that. And so we'll just go Katie, I'm so over her. When she took the kid so she can get, and then she gonna tell her friend that they slept together. I know she did. Now, what was strange was in the hotel room, that guy who he kind of looked in through the peephole to see her, and it sounded like other people was having sex. I think that's probably, it's a motel, whatever. But also, don't forget she made a copy of that key. She might show up there in the middle of the night and rape him. Wouldn't that be weird? Serial killer gets raped. But I think she would rape him. Cause she is so thirsty. You should have seen her. You tied up scared to death. But you can't stop looking at his crotch. I'm like, lady, the thirst. She almost dehydrated. And Sally's over. Sally getting ready to have an abortion. And I just love the conversation they were having. It's just like, wait, what? She's like, oh, I'm not a Catholic. And then that was telling, because she was like, oh, because he was like, oh, my mother's Catholic. I'm like, what does that even have to do with anything? Like, real world. And then he's like, well, my mother was Catholic. And she's like, you mean the woman that killed herself and abandoned you? And I'm like, let me guess, his mother was a brunette. If his mother was a brunette, case closed. It's the end of the story. Pack it up. We're done. But I do like this show, and it was slow. The first episode was really slow, but it picked up. And he hasn't killed anybody this episode. He hasn't killed anybody this season, which is surprising. Even though he's really he's like an addict surrounded by cocaine. No, you can tell. He looks like every brunette he sees, he's just like, tell you what. And he wanted to kill Katie. I know he wanted to kill Katie. He probably had a little boner. What else? Oh, Gibson. First of all, No, let's go to before we talk about Gibson. Let's go to Burns real quick. Every time Gibson has an idea, Burns is like, nah. Now I don't know if it's the culture that this is not in America, and because to me, Gibson has done nothing wrong, like literally nothing wrong. If this was America, that's not overstepping. That's procedure what she's doing. In America, she would have been bust down doors, arrested people, set houses on fire, shot somebody, followed them, tapped their phone. Like, I'm like, she's like, because Burns keeps like telling her, you gotta stop. You're doing like she's doing too much. And I'm like, really? She's doing too much? She's been right about everything. And I don't see her like, there's nobody inconvenienced. Sure, there's money being spent, but it's not like stuff being inconvenienced, and I'm just like, really? She's overstepping. The culture is so different. It just amazes me, because it's just like, here we would have been like, that's overstepping? How? And then she was borderline mildly yelling at some of the staff because they figured out it was Paul Spector, and from Partial Print, but no one really followed up on the alibi at the time when he first was brought in. So she's kind of getting upset, like, why didn't anybody do anything? We know what type of person he is. We gave the profile. She wasn't even yelling. All right, she was giving a stern conversation. He comes in, hey, I need to speak to you. And then he's like, hey, you are the ISO, and you need to sign off on anything anyone does. And I'm like, what? Compared to Ireland, I don't understand why America don't find every serial killer instantly. Look at the hoops she had to go through. She already had to fight for money. She had to beg the divers to stay. First of all, she had to do everything herself. She does everything herself. She had to go to the crime scene. Then she got to go to the morgue. Then she got to go back to the crime scene. And I'm like, really? And then the one thing she asked other people to do, interview some suspects, they don't do it properly. But she's wrong. And I'm a Gibson fan, so maybe I stand for her. But at the same time, it's just like, here, I feel like if she was a cop here, the people, American cops would be like, what? That's all you're gonna do? No, go over there, put a gun to his head, and he'll say, and he'll say what we want him to say. Oh my gosh. And it's like, I can understand that she was wrong about a lot of stuff, but it's just like, all right, maybe you shouldn't be doing thinking because you're always wrong. But she been right about everything. Burns fought her on, I don't want to frame this as a serial killer, but it was a serial killer. And then he's like, and then when the girl gets kidnapped, right after they say that that he's linked to someone from 9 years ago, all of a sudden it's like, oh no, we need to search if there's not as a kidnapping. And then he's like, oh no, then we need to make it a general kidnapping, not connected to the serial killer. Are you kidding me? Because everyone's scared. Yeah, everyone's scared. Brunettes is dying out here. Like, I feel like Gibson isn't even pushing that hard for the resistance. Like, geez, can she do her job? See, I feel like Gibson, and I'm sorry to do it to America, but I feel like Gibson's the type of police officer that American police officers act like they are, and then they act like Burns is actually the resistance. Like they act like this scenario between Burns and Gibson actually happens here. That's not what happens here. You don't get resistance until you go shoot somebody in the street. But anyway, I done rambled. This show, man, and I love Gibson so much. I just love that character. It's such a great character. Unapologetic, strong. Like last episode when she made the gangsters flinch. She's amazing, and I like it. I like this character so much. I don't know how long this series can actually go. It must be a mini series. I don't see it going for like. We'll see the end of season 2, but I don't see it going. You know, season 3, 4, 5, unless Paul gets real good. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you can leave a comment or leave a show you want me to review. I'll see you next time. Solos out.